Hello, welcome to Striving for Success, an online workshop for social college students on academic probation. For the instructions, first, we would like to welcome you and congratulate you on taking steps towards academic success. If you would print out or open the supplemental self-assessment to do alongside this workshop, it would greatly help. An overview of what we will be talking about today. First, we'll be talking about myths about academic probation, what academic probation is, making changes, strategies for success, calculating your GPA. So, you might be wondering about academic probation, and here are some myths about it. First, that students on AP simply don't apply themselves, and that's not true. Students on AP are not committed to their education. That's also not true because sometimes they are, it just doesn't demonstrate on their grades. Students on AP will immediately get kicked out of UCI. That isn't true because, as the next bullet point states, that there are no levels on AP. That's not true since there are levels on AP. Some are more severe and some are less. So what exactly is AP, or academic probation? It is a way to monitor your progress to make sure you are academically succeeding. We want to make sure you're doing well so that you can eventually graduate. And there are 4 GPAs that go into academic probation, and they all must be a 2.0 or above. The GPAs are cumulative, quarterly, school and major requirements, upper division major requirements, and if any of these fall below a 2.0, you are placed on AP. So the 4 GPAs. A breakdown. So you may be wondering what the 4 GPAs are. The first one is cumulative, and that is your overall GPA. You can find this on your transcript on Student Access. Quarterly GPA is how you did the preceding quarter. For example, if it's winter quarter and you want to find out how you did in fall quarter, you can find this on your transcript, and all you have to do is filter chronological. Your school GPA, and that is all the classes required for your school and major. And your upper division major GPA, that is all upper division courses required for your major, plus SC 194W and the additional upper division. If you're confused, come in for an appointment and we'll help you figure these out. So you may be wondering, how do you calculate your GPA? So you need to be in good standing, and that's a 2.0 and above. Each grade is worth grade points. For example, A is worth positive 8 points, B is worth a positive 4 points, a C is worth 0 points, a D is worth negative 4 points, and an F is worth negative 8 points. You want a balance of 0 or a positive number in all areas. Your cumulative quarterly and school major GPA are already calculated for you on your transcript. On Student Access, under Unofficial Transcript at the bottom, is a balance. You want that number to be 0 or positive. For example, a positive 24 points means you're in good shape. 1.2 means you're just above a 2.0, but still okay. Quarterly GPAs also have a balance. All you have to do is filter school at the top and you'll find your school and major GPA. Alright, quiz time. Which is not one of the 4 types of GPA? School GPA, major GPA, general education GPA, cumulative GPA, or quarterly GPA? The answer is C, general education GPA. Although you do need to complete your general educations, it is not its own category. Question 2. To be in good standing, you need what GPA? 3.0, 2.5, 2.0, 1.8, or a 1.5? The correct answer is C, a 2.0. So now you may be wondering, if you're academic probation, you did a lot of things wrong. But that's not true because you did some things right. What did you do right? Did you create a study plan at the beginning of the quarter for each class? Attend the majority of lectures and discussion? Went to office hours for clarification? Did readings before class and before each lecture? Checked in with the professor or TA before each midterm, paper, or final to make sure you're good? Created and joined study groups? Or reviewed your notes before class? If you did any of these right, or if you did any of these, we congratulate you because you're taking steps towards academic success. However, if there are reasons why you're on academic probation, so you should question and ask yourself, what is preventing me from doing well? Is there a lack of academic preparation, lack of study skills, time management, lack of confidence, family responsibilities, lack of motivation, social distractions like partying, lack of interest in the subject, procrastination, you work too many hours, health and illness, or relationship issues, or just even too much Facebook, internet, or videos. If you did any of these, you might want to reconsider what you can eliminate to be more academically successful. Also, another great question to ask yourself is reasons why college is important to me. Did you come to college for better employment opportunities? Because it's required for the career you want. To get away from home. To play sports. Because your parents are making you. To make more money. All your friends are going? You just don't want to work yet. You don't even know. Or any other reasons. You must look and see what is important to you, what is motivating you, and that will help you succeed in college. It's okay if your parents are making you or you just want to get away from home. Each of us have our own reasons as to why we're here. You just gotta find what is good for you. Here are some tools for success that will help you in your career at UCI. You can go to the Social Ecology Student Services, the Learning and Academic Resource Center, which is LARC, the Counseling Center, the Student Support Services, the Career Center, or the Transfer Student Center for those who are new or who have transferred. So now you may be wondering, how do you become a successful student? You should first use a planner. Make a plan noting all major projects and assignments and their due dates. Block off time for each day you go to class and study, read, and write papers. For a 4-unit class, you should be spending about 12 hours a week on that class. Next step is do your readings before class. Take notes on your readings, highlight areas that you need clarification, and keep up with your readings. Go to class. This is one of the very important things you can do. You should take notes during class, highlight places that you need help on, ask questions. Keep up with the readings. It's important because you will understand what's going on in class. Take notes, ask questions. Your professors are experts in the subject that they are teaching. So if you have any questions, who better than to ask your professors who are teaching that class? And that's how you become a successful student. Now, you may be wondering how to manage your time like a boss. Time management is a very important skill to have. Use a planner. Find something that works for you. For example, an electronic calendar or an actual planner you can write on. At the beginning of the quarter, collect all your syllabi and plug in all your assignments and tests. Work backwards from there. Plug in the time that you think it will take to prepare these tasks, and be specific. For example, on this planner, it says read chapter 3 for SC10 from 10 to 11. Give yourself enough time to be able to do a little bit of wiggle room, because sometimes it might take longer or it might take shorter. And also make sure to make time for lunch, because that's very important. You can't study on an empty stomach. And one more important thing. Make sure to make time for sleep. Sleep is very essential for your education and to be able to remember things. So make sure you're getting adequate amount of sleep. Alright, another quiz time. How many hours a week should you give yourself for each class? 2 hours a week per class? 4 hours a week per class? 6 hours a week per class? 8 hours a week per class? Or 12 hours a week per class? The answer is E, 12 hours a week per class. It may seem like a lot, but it really is needed for each class. Alright, so what are some of the services you can utilize while at UCI? A, the Learning and Academic Resource Center. B, the Counseling Center. C, the Career Center. D, the Student Support Services. E, Social College Student Services. F, the Transfer Student Center. Or G, all the above. The answer is G, all the above. These are great resources you can use for school. Alright, you may be wondering if I should talk to my professors, and office hours are a great way to do it. How can you do it? It seems very terrifying at times, but we are here to give you some tips on how to approach your professors. Going to office hours is really a great way to get help. Professors really do want you to succeed. So you may be wondering how you can benefit from office hours. You get to know them one-on-one and have interactions with them. You get clarification on an issue or idea that you may be having during class or even outside of class. Things you should ask. The week's reading and lecture. So for example, let's say you have a question about last week's reading. You should ask them about it, because then it's very fresh and they know what they're talking about. Upcoming assignments. If you have any questions, like you don't know if you're doing it right or if you want more direction, you can go ask them then. Research interests. Professors here have a lot of research, and so if you have an interest in what they're doing, you should go talk about them. Grad school and potential careers. They have been there in your position as students. They have gotten through it, and they have great advice for you to take. Congratulations on completing this online workshop. If you have any questions at all or need any help, come in and see a counselor or a peer advisor and bring in your self-assessment. Good luck!